everyone, Virgo Triad here. This is going to be my last video for today. I was going to attempt to try to do the fidelity calculator video for you guys. That was a special request by Pam. I'm so sorry, Pam. I'm going to have to do that video tomorrow as I was called in for an emergency, and so I'm going to end up having to stop at this short video. This video is about Social Security cards, what each item and statement means on the Social Security card, and it is also going to give you proof that the number that is on the back of the Social Security card, be it black, be it red, is not a CUSIP number. And by now, with all of the talk that has been happening with regards to a CUSIP number, you should know that is required in order for anything to be labeled as a bond. So I'm going to go into the CUSIP definition anyway, because I want to make sure everybody understands it thoroughly. So let's go ahead and head off and into the direction of the Social Security and CUSIP number misunderstanding. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this number right here. This is the Social Security number. Oh, by the way, let me put my little disclaimer in here. This is a cmgdigital.com public access photo. This is not John O. Public's Social Security card I'm using, okay? This is an example of an exact replica of a real Social Security card with a falsified name and number for the purpose of education only. Okay, so now what we're going to do is look at this number here, which is the Social Security number, and we are going to take a look at the numbers and how they correlate through the Social Security Administration. What we're going to here is called the Anatomy of a Social Security Number. It is a website that is called secureidnews.com. It is in the category of educational library. I will be posting the link in the description so that you can read this all for yourself. It's quite a bit of information, but I'm only going to be going through the actual anatomy of the Social Security number at the moment. You can look anything else up you want to on it. This is a lot of really good information. So the 9-digit number that has been used since 1936 to track a person's wages for the purpose of accruing benefits with the Social Security Administration has 3 separate sections. Okay, the area numbers, which are the first 3 digits of the Social Security number, and are called the area numbers. This is because they originally corresponded to the state that a person lived in at the time they were issued their Social Security card. However, beginning in 1972, the area numbers began being assigned based upon the zip code in the mailing address to which the individual requested his or her card to be sent. Thus, it is possible for someone to reside in one state but ask that a card be returned to another state, thus rendering the area number less than area specific. The second set of numbers, the digits 4 and 5 in the Social Security number, are referred to as the group numbers. They are used to identify the block of numbers currently being issued. As an example, the Social Security number 123010001 through 123019999 would all be issued before moving on to your next group number. And the last numbers are the serial numbers. Digits 6 through 9 are known as serial numbers. They are issued consecutively from 0001 to 9999. What can be learned about a person simply by dissecting their Social Security number? Not really much. Only the state in which they lived when they applied for the number for those issued prior to 1972, and the state noted for the return address for those that applied after 1972. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you back to the Social Security card and talk to you about some of the claims that are being made with regards to that. Okay, and in this image, we're looking at, again, a public access image that you can access at the website address in the description that I'm going to list. I'm using this particular image because it shows what is being perpetuated by the group that is trying to attempt to make people believe that the number on the back of the Social Security card leads to something other than it really does. First of all, let's talk about what the number actually is on the back of the card. The number on the back of the card is actually a serial number. It is a serial number that leads directly back to the printing of that group of Social Security cards. You're going to find that if you have a red number, that is a replacement card. If you have a black number, it is your original card, meaning you've never changed your name and you've never had to have a new card sent to you. Now, the difference between the two is also that if you have your card replaced, that number changes because it's a new stock. So, once again, it has nothing to do with the serial number of your Social Security number, which is kept and issued out by the Social Security Administration. That also has a serial number to ensure that it is a legitimate Social Security number. But this number back here, this is simply the stock of the card to ensure that the card itself has not gone missing or been falsified. There have been times, for example, that there have been stocks, a large grouping of stocks that went missing from the Social Security office, and those numbers had to be deleted or claimed as stolen within the database, so that this way they're on the lookout and they know when a card is real or when it is not. Now, on the back, we're going to go ahead and take a look at on the back of the card in addition and what it says. It says this card is the official verification of your Social Security number. Please sign it right away. Keep it in a safe place. Improper use of this card or number by anyone is punishable by fine, imprisonment, or both. This card belongs to the Social Security Administration, and you must return it if we ask for it. Okay, I'm going to stop there because there have been some comments that have been made with regards to this statement. When would the Social Security Administration ask for you to return your card? There are people that have renounced their citizenship. At that point, you no longer are going to be participating in any of your Social Security benefits. You're not going to be participating in the workforce and keep your Social Security card. You now would be either a world citizen or the citizen of another country. Therefore, you are now an illegal alien, and you would have to be reissued a work permit that would be like a Social Security card, but it isn't a Social Security card. Okay, so yes, there are times that you do have to return your Social Security card upon request. So that is basically the only thing that I can think of to explain. I'm not sure what the reasoning is behind that being kind of a freak out sentence, but it seems to be. So yes, there are times that you would have to relinquish it if upon request. Probably another scenario of that would be if you attempted to commit fraud with it in some manner. Regardless, it is there because it is something that is issued by the Social Security Administration. It is how they keep up with identity. It is also for security for you in many different ways. We will go into that in a whole different video. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take a look with you at why this number keeps getting confused with a CUSIP number, okay? I want you to take a look at this number that's being pointed out right here. Now, I believe everybody already knows that that's actually a serial number, okay? I don't think that that's ever actually been in question with regards to the dollar bills. As far as this letter being an E and this letter being an E, well, absolutely that would be the case because the issuance is out of that particular branch. I believe that the upset and what everybody can't seem to grasp is why is it that this number looks so much like this number? If they are believing that this is a CUSIP number, then they're sadly mistaken. These are both just serial numbers. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and go into what a CUSIP number is, what it is used on, and the specific parameters that are required in a CUSIP number, okay? Because you're going to find that this number, nor this number, nor the number on your birth certificate meet the parameters of a CUSIP number. And in order for any of these things to be a bond, they are required to have a CUSIP number. So since they don't meet those parameters in any way, shape, or form, unfortunately, it puts the bond scenario right out the window. So here we are, we're going over to what a CUSIP number is. And in this case, I am going to go ahead and use Wikipedia because I do not feel like going into the Committee on Uniform Security Identification Procedures and hunting through thousands of pages to find what I very simplistically can show you here. If you choose to go onto the UCC platform or the CUSIP system platform, please feel free. I encourage you to educate yourself. A CUSIP is a 9-character alphanumeric code that identifies a North American financial security for the purpose of facilitating clearing and settlement of trades. The CUSIP was adopted as an American national standard under Accredited Standards. The CUSIP system is owned by the American Bankers Association and is operated by S&P Capital IQ. The operating body, CUSIP Global Services, CGS, also serves as the National Numbering Agency, NNA, for North America, and the CUSIP services as the National Securities Identification Number, NSIN, for products issued from both the United States and Canada. In its role as the NNA, CUSIP Global Services, CGS, also assigns all US-based ISINs. All right, now, I'm not going to go into history. I'm going to go straight down here to format because I need for you guys to understand these things that you think are CUSIP numbers because you think they're bonds are not in the right format to be CUSIP numbers. I don't know exactly who's telling you this, but whoever it is sadly mistaken, okay? The format of a CUSIP number is this. The first 6 characters are known as the base, or CUSIP 6, and uniquely identify the issuer. Issuer codes are assigned alphabetically from a series that includes deliberate built-in gaps for future expansion. The 7th and 8th digit identify the exact issue. The 9th digit is an automatically generated checksum. Some clearing bodies ignore the last digit. The last 3 characters of the issuer code can be letters. In order to provide more room for expansion, hear what I'm saying? The last 3 characters of the issuer code can be letters. Take a look, guys. Whoops. First digit is a letter, not the last 3. Look at the back of your Social Security card. You're not going to find letters as the last 3 digits. Take a look at your birth certificates. You're going to find not only are they not 9-digit codes, but they also do not have the last 3 digits as alphanumeric. They are not letters. They are not letters. That throws the bond theory right out the window. All you have to do is go to Wikipedia and read the actual format. And you're going to see that in the very first paragraph under format, that it does not match the CUSIP code that would be required in order for it to be a bond. It just simply isn't there. It's right out there in public. I'm not going to go any further with this. You guys are going to have the information to read up on it. You are more than welcome to ask questions. I'm happy to debate with anyone, but I'm not going to tolerate a whole lot of being rude and that sort of thing on my channel, which is why I have changed to a different format now with taking comments. I want people to be educated. I want people to understand, but I don't want rudeness and disruption, okay? So you guys take care. Have a great day. I'll see everybody tomorrow. Thank you so much.